Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Nurse here and I'm back with another video. Welcome to another video as part of the birthing story series. So today I have another guest. I have a new guest. I have a new mommy.
Hi
Bo.
guys.
I don't know if you want to introduce yourself.
There's nothing much to say, but hi guys, I'm Mishell. Met this one under very funny
Weird
circumstances, but you guys
circumstances.
will hear about it.
Yeah, guys, this is Mishell. Okay, let me tell everyone how we met actually. So I was at work, guys, doing night shift while I still used to work at Hillbrow. Or should I mention Hillbrow?
That's fine.
Okay, yeah. When I used to work at Hillbrow, which is a very busy maternity ward, and Michelle was there, and she was in labor. So I was busy. I was busy checking another mom, and then she was like, I know you. And I was just like, my goodness, where does this lady know me from? That time she was in labor as well, but she was so calm.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I had to become.
you were so calm. You took that whole thing like a pro, guys. So that's where we met. Then she told me that she knows me from YouTube. That time, guys, I was a struggling artist. I still am a struggling artist. Yeah, but well, I guess yeah. At least people know me,
Yeah,
which
no.
is good.
People know you. I'm one of them, so
Yeah.
it goes to show that people do know you.
Yeah, so it means we need to continue doing this, guys. So yeah, so excited for today's segment with Michelle. Michelle also had a natural vaginal birth, so she's going to tell us all about that and all about her labor story and her delivery story, and we can just see from her experience what other moms can learn and what other tips and um, what words of wisdom Michelle can tell other moms out there.
Let's see how that goes. Don't give me too much credit. It's just my experience, and maybe you guys might just
Learn something.
yeah, learn something
Yeah,
from
no,
that.
definitely. Yeah, so can't wait to hear everything that Michelle is going to teach us today because she's teaching us, guys. I've learned the theory behind everything, but I don't have personal experience. So, which is the nice thing. That's why I decided to invite moms to come over to my channel and give us their personal experiences so that we can learn. So, it's better when there's like a personal touch
Yeah,
to
I agree.
it.
I agree.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys, if you enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out whenever I post a video. So, without wasting any time, let's get right into this video. So, as you guys would have seen in the previous video, this is an interview. So, I have some questions that I'm going to ask Michelle, and then she's going to tell us all about it. So, you'll be talking more than me. This is
Spotlight.
this is all about you, girl.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay, let's do this. So, the first question: how old were you when you had your first baby? And before you answer this question, I think it's very important we talk about age because women at different ages will experience pregnancy and birth differently
Yeah, that's
depending on your age. So, yeah, if you're comfortable to tell
I
us.
was 27. I was 27 when I had my first baby. Some people would be like, you were late, but yeah. So I was 27.
Okay, wow, that's quite a great age. I'm sure you were a bit more mature at that
Yeah,
time,
no,
you
of
know?
course I was. Of course I was. I was matured.
Yeah.
Better mindset. Yeah, than what I would have been if I was a bit
If you were younger, yeah,
so I think I was
that's
at a good
true.
age.
To have a baby. Okay, cool. All right, so you were 27 years old when you had your first baby, right? And you have
Yeah.
one baby.
One baby.
Cute baby boy. All right, Ilwe. Ne? Yay, I still remember the name. Okay, all right, and he's 18 months now.
Yeah, he's 18 months now.
Yeah, such a big boy.
Big and naughty.
Oh, I
Big
can
and naughty boy.
imagine. I can imagine. Okay, so second question.
Okay.
Who was your healthcare provider? Was it a midwife? Was it a gynae? Why did you choose the provider that you chose? Were you on medical aid?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had a midwife. I've always wanted to have a midwife.
Midwife.
I think I read about it so much, and it was something that I wanted because it's a personal experience. It's a one-on-one, so I wanted to have a midwife. And yeah, I wasn't on medical aid, so all my expenses were cash. So I went to a private clinic. I don't know if I should mention the name, but I went to a private clinic for my prenatal.
Okay, you can mention the name. I won't put it in the video.
So I went to a private clinic. That's where I did all my prenatal whatever's. And yeah, so it was a midwife.
So what kind of setup was it there at Riverley Clinic? So it was a private clinic, right? Were there like gynaes, physios, psychologists, and what kind of setup was it?
No, it was just.
Excuse me.
I don't know, what do they call them? Is it a GP? The normal.
Okay.
Yeah, the owner of the place, and she had a midwife.
Oh, there was a midwife working there.
So
Oh,
it's like,
that's nice.
yeah, it's like two nurses, so it's a midwife, and yeah, so they just.
They were
had
working
that.
together.
I don't know if she's a gynae or what.
Do you know her? Do you remember her name?
I'll never forget her name, because I speak to her every till today.
Okay, so you were with so she worked in that practice.
She still works there till now.
So is it her own practice or
No,
she's
it's not her
she's
practice.
employed there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool. So I think I wanted to ask you something now. All right. So you did your antenatal with her, with your midwife. Did you plan to birth with her, or she was just going to be your midwife for your antenatal period?
Okay, so no, I didn't plan to give birth with her because the clinic doesn't offer birthing services. And also, like, hey, let me give you a background. So when I fell pregnant, I stopped working. So now the monies that we had saved, I'm like, I need to think, what am I going to do with this money? Okay, so background of the story, when I fell pregnant, I had just finished my articles. So
She's an attorney, by the way, guys.
so I just finished my articles, and there was no way I was going to go look for a job.
Yeah.
So I had my savings, and I'm like, okay, I need to think about it. Am I going to pay a private hospital? Like, I contemplated so much. First of all, I thought about home birth. Thought about so many things, but still, I'm like, so I emailed all these places.
Yeah.
And the costs are not like
They're not too steep.
yeah, no, they're not steep. And also they're not definite, because there's all these different charges for different things.
Yes.
For different things that they would add on to everything. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? So I was like, I'm not going to deliver at a private hospital. I'm just gonna wing it and just see where the road takes me.
Yeah.
And so but for my prenatal, I just needed everything to be perfect. I needed to make sure my child is perfect.
It's fine.
I'm getting all the vitamins that I needed. So that's why I chose to actually use
the private route.
yeah.
Do all your scans and see the gynae. Did you see a gynae throughout your pregnancy? So you just with the midwife and that's it. Okay, cool. So then you were going to deliver in public, right? Okay. So how did you find your pregnancy journey? From the time you found out that you are pregnant throughout.
When I found it, I wasn't ready. I was like, why? I'm about to finish my articles and now I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
How am I going to do this? But actually, when I thought about it, I was very happy. I was super excited. I think I even went to the hospital. To the doctor very quickly to check and start everything. I was just like, I want everything to be fine.
Yeah.
I want everything to be fine. I would start taking whatever I have to. I was just like, I want to be there. I just want to be ready. So it was a good experience. The first trimester, pits. The worst for me. It was
What
horrible.
kind of symptoms did you have?
Oh my goodness, it was horrible. It was horrible. I remember there was a point where I slept on the floor, like the tile of the house. I had to sleep there because being on the bed made me sick. Being on the couch made, so I just needed something cool.
Like sick, how? Nausea?
Yes,
So
I was-
uncomfortable.
yes, no, I was uncomfortable. I had nauseous. I was just not myself. Food smelled so bad.
Yeah, so you had
I
that
couldn't
food
eat.
aversion.
I couldn't eat nothing. Couldn't
Yeah.
eat meat. When they would cook, I had to go sit outside the house
Because of the
until they're
smell.
done cooking, and then the smell must just go out a little bit. Then I can go in the house. They have to like spray.
Oh
It
my
was
gosh,
crazy.
yo.
My first
The
semester.
adjustments.
And it's something I'm not used to, something I don't know. It's stressful. I don't understand what's going on. And now I'm at, because the first trimester, like for like 2 months, I was working. So it was even more difficult at work with
Yes.
everyone warming up their food. Everyone, I was just so irritated for every small thing.
My goodness.
My first trimester wasn't the best. Then second trimester, I was in heaven. Proper, everything just changed. It was nice.
And now
I
you were
loved
back
it.
to your normal
I was
self.
back to my normal self, and then my baby started kicking, and then reality hit. Then I knew, okay, this is about to happen.
And then were you still working at that time?
No, so I only worked like for the first half of my first trimester. Then which was
Okay.
December,
First
Jan.
month, second month.
Yeah, first and second month.
Okay.
Then around February, I was done with work. Started my articles, then I was home throughout until I delivered. So my second and third trimester were the best.
So at least then you could focus on the pregnancy now.
Yeah, I did. I focused a lot on the pregnancy, and it was actually a beautiful journey. I'm not gonna lie to you. I enjoyed being pregnant. I loved it. Like even today, I still reminisce over the days, over my pregnancy days. I'm just like, can I just be pregnant but not have the baby?
Just be pregnant.
Just be pregnant.
Wow.
And it was a good one. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good one. Maybe also my mindset was different.
Yeah.
I was really ready for it, and I prepared myself for it. So I think that's why it was good for me.
Wow, guys, I'm amazed. Wow, that's really amazing. I've never heard a mom speak like that they would literally want to be pregnant again.
Yeah, no, I would.
Wow.
I wouldn't mind it.
Sure. Wow.
If
I'm
I had the money in the
speechless.
world, I would have all the babies my body could take.
Yo, wow, no. Because I know a lot of moms, they appreciate carrying the baby. Okay, like it's part of the process. They enjoy having the baby more than the pregnancy because a lot of women's pregnancies, they have complications, they are sick, it's uncomfortable, it's a lot, it's stressful. So to hear you say that you'd love to be pregnant again.
No, I think for me, I don't know, but I didn't have any complication, not even one. I never had any urinary infection. I never had any whatever. Everything was just proper.
Smooth, yeah.
Everything was smooth. My BP was never high. Like everything was literally good. So I think that's what made it easy for me, as well as having the apps, and they were so exciting, where you'd follow the steps and the weekly journeys
how the
and
baby's
growth.
growing.
It's super exciting. Like you wake up in the morning, they tell you, your baby's supposed to do this. And I'm like, okay. Then I'll just
You
be
look
thinking,
out for that.
So
Wow.
for me, that was why it was smooth and it was nice, and I wouldn't mind being pregnant again because it wasn't really a bad
Experience.
It wasn't at all.
So it was like a huge learning curve for you because every day you were learning that, okay, this is what my body is doing today. This is what my baby is doing today. So yeah. No, you really had a chance to savor every moment. And for the fact that you weren't working, I think that's amazing because now you could focus on all of the changes in your body.
That's true.
So that's amazing. That's
true.
really amazing. Guys, whew, by the time we have babies, Guru must stop working as well.
Oh, no, of course not. Of course not. But it would be nice.
It would be nice.
If possible.
Okay. All right. So I was gonna ask you now, what was your birth plan? But we already spoke a bit about that, because your plan was to go and birth in public, right? So did you know where you would birth, like the specific hospital? Did you know? How did you end up where you gave birth, girl? Because you live very far.
Yeah, no, I live in the opposite world from where I gave birth.
Yeah.
But from the story, because one thing about me on YouTube, we like this. So I used to watch videos and all the horror stories people had, and I'm like, okay, who am I ready for this? Am I sure? Am I going to blow up my savings and just go?
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, no. So I watched videos from different people and their different experiences.
At different hospitals.
At different hospitals and clinics. And I just told myself that, you know what, okay, this is how it's going to be. This is how people say it is. I have no plan. This is my only option. So I just need to just check reviews. I literally went through all the public hospitals.
Really? Wow.
Checking reviews of
this girl did her homework.
I would read through the reviews and see how recent is it. Okay, what did this one say? Was it bad? You know, and for me to give birth the way I gave birth, it was because my mom works in a crash next
close
to
by.
by Donfontein.
Okay.
So there's a lady that gave birth at that clinic.
Oh, I see.
So now she was like, no, it was good. Everything went well. It was smooth. I'm like, okay. And then another lady also said the same. So I would ask my mom, please
so
ask your parents.
good reviews, guys. Do your research.
So I'm like, please ask some of the parents there by your school. What are they saying? And then she would get like good feedback, you know. So I was like, I'm just gonna go there.
Yeah.
And then
and see how your experience is gonna go.
I was like, I'm just gonna go, and it's not too big. It's small. It's a clinic. It's not like a hospital.
Yeah.
They're not gonna take me back. I'm going. I'll just see when I get.
What happens?
Whatever happens, it will happen.
Ooh, you are very brave, man.
I had no other options because the other hospital that is in my neighborhood, it's a good public hospital, but the reviews were not so good. So I was scared. And it's literally there by us around her. So I was like, I know. And the things there, I couldn't.
Okay. Okay, guys. So lesson from what she just spoke about. Do your research.
Yeah,
do lots and lots of research. Google should be your friend. YouTube should be your friend. And stick to this channel because you're going to learn a lot from here.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what happened leading up to the days of your birth now?
What happened? What do you mean?
So in your third trimester, you gave birth, where was it, 39 weeks?
Yeah. It was 39 weeks.
So around 37, 38, because now you know that the baby's coming soon. Yeah. You just don't know when. So how were you feeling in the weeks leading up to your birth? Were you anxious, excited? How were the preparations for baby?
So when I got to 36 weeks, I'm like, we are 36 weeks. I'm gonna start doing massive exercises so my baby can come. I was thinking anytime from now, my baby's gonna come. Way next, the baby didn't come at 36 weeks. So I was
Which
anxious.
is still early.
Yeah,
we don't
it
want your
was.
baby to come at 36 weeks. So yeah, that was good.
You know, when you're pregnant, you get very tired. Like it's tiring. You're tired. You just want to now meet your baby and just start the bonding, so the real proper mother's child kind of moment, you know. So I was just so ready, and I just wanted to have my child. And I was tired. I was not heavy. I couldn't. I was super heavy. So I was just not emotionally okay, but I was fine. I was just like, as long as my baby's still fine, I can still feel my baby. So I was okay.
So you were just tired of
being pregnant.
You know,
I was tired and I couldn't walk properly. I couldn't breathe properly.
Now it's starting to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, now the sleeping was also a nightmare. So I was over it. But yeah, 37, 38, 39.
And you were doing your exercises.
Yes, I was. My ball was my best friend. Bouncing every day, walking. That's also one thing that I did a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that also helped me because I would walk. I had my watch.
Yeah.
And I would always check myself. How many steps did I take today? It was something that I did. And before being pregnant, I was this healthy person.
Bunny.
So now that
fitness bunny.
So now that I was pregnant, I'm like, I can do this. So yeah. So it was fine, but I was just anxious. I was just ready
for baby to come. Okay. All right. So now tell us about the big day when you got into labor now. How did that happen? How did it start? Where were you? What were you doing? With who? Yeah.
So when I went to go test and they did my first scan, when they gave me the date of when my baby's going to come, for some funny reason, the very same first date that they gave me is the date which I delivered on.
Really?
Yes. So
wow.
After that, like the other scans, they would give me other dates, like the day that they gave me was the 22nd of August, my first scan. I'm like, okay. Then I went to other scans, so like 25, no, 30, no, 20, so it was 18, so there was different days, but the very first one was the accurate one. When I woke up that day, for some reason, I don't know, I just felt it. I don't know, I just felt like today is the day. So I woke up, I switched on the geyser, and I sat down on my bed, I went to the geyser, and then I went to go bath. When I bath, I live with my mom, so she's like, what's going on? Is the baby coming? Why are you bathing so? Because I didn't bath so early. I was bathing later on in the day. So that day, I just think maybe I was like, let me just be ready and prepared.
Yeah, because it was your due date.
Yeah, it was my due date, and I really wanted it.
Which means you were 40 weeks then.
On the 22nd. Yeah, it was written 39 7 days. I don't know why, but I think it is straight.
Yeah, no, you were 40 weeks. 39 plus 7 is 40.
So fine, I woke up, I bathed, and I saw my mucus. I'm like, oh, my water just broke or what? I didn't know. I wasn't sure what was going on. So when I saw that mucus plug, I'm like, I think.
But you know there's a mucus plug that's going to come before.
I know, but I didn't know how it looks. I was told, but I didn't know how it looked. And it was just runny. I'm like, this is my water, obviously. It's just that maybe it's coming out a little bit. So I then bathed. Then I'm like, oh, my mom, I want to go to the hospital. She's like, okay, is the baby coming now? I'm like, yeah. And I call my mom.
You're like, yeah. Hey, you wanted this baby to come on that day, hey?
Yeah, no, I think that was the reason why I even rushed to go into hospital. Because I wasn't supposed to. My brother's like, no, relax, there's nothing. Don't go now, you go later.
It's just show.
I'm like, nope, I'm not listening. I am going to the hospital. Because I also didn't know how things were going to be when I get there. So I just needed to make sure when I get there, everything is sorted, everything is ready.
Get there early, maybe.
Yes, I wanted to get there early and just see what's going to happen. And then we went to the clinic.
So which one did you go to? The one that you eventually gave birth
Yes,
at?
I went directly there. I went because I made up my mind. I'm like, I'm going to the clinic.
But now you were not having any contractions, right?
Nothing.
You just saw the mucus plug. That's it. Okay.
I had nothing. Like I had nothing. Zero. It was so early because it was around 8, 9. Then we went. And they're like, I know, Sissy, whenever you're staying, your mom must go home. I'm like,
you were staying. So what did they see that made them tell you to stay?
No, they asked me, is today your due date? I'm like, yes. They checked my file. Then they're like, you're not going anywhere. And then the one sister asked to check me. So she went she took me to one of the rooms. And then she checked me. And then she's like, okay, no, I think you need, who brought you? And I'm like, no, my mom and my dad brought me. They're like, okay, we need to check. They need to bring your bags in. So she checked me, and then she's like, they need to bring. But she didn't tell me what centimeters I was. So I'm thinking, maybe I'm like almost.
You still have time.
I'm like, maybe I'm almost there. Maybe my centimeters are gone. Because she didn't say anything. She just said, okay, no, check, fine. No, you're staying. Get your stuff, get food, get this, get that. I'm like, oh, okay. I call my mom to come back inside. They brought my stuff from the car. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I got there, it was empty.
You're not even having any pain, nothing.
Zero. It was empty. The clinic was empty. There was a few beds.
Yeah.
I changed the covers, put my stuff there, made it look comfy. I sat. Then after an hour or two, they called me. They checked me again. I'm like, how many centimeters? They're like, nothing yet. I'm like, what you mean nothing? What? She's like, no, you're not even dilated yet. I'm like, okay, am I not supposed to go? She's
home.
Like, no, you're not going home because we need to monitor you. I'm like, okay. So I sat. I think I only was on 1 or 2 centimeters at like 1 p.m.
And you got there around what, 9? Okay. Well, not bad.
For me, it was shocking. I'm like, I thought maybe every hour something would happen.
But at this point, you're still not having any contractions.
No, I am having contractions now. I think being in the clinic and all the mummies, they getting their contractions for some reason also activated my contractions. I don't know, but I was now feeling it. But it wasn't intense. It was just hitting me, and I'll just walk or just do my exercise, and then and then it's gone. Okay. And then life is good, talking, we're having stories, until it comes.
Socializing with the other moms there.
Look at the other ones and they're like, this one, it's hectic.
Yeah.
But for me, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
It got bad around 4 or 5.
Okay.
Ooh, it was horrible. There I could feel it, and they were quick, right? But I was still very far. I think I was around 4 centimeters or something. It was still far. But I would.
So now you're about 4 centimeters, right?
About 4 centimeters, 5. I don't know. I don't remember well.
Yeah.
But now it was intense. My pains were intense. It was hectic. But later on, because I gave birth around 10. Around 10. But from like 8, that pain.
And that's when I saw you. That's when I saw you. Because I got to work at 7. And you were still fine. You looked very calm, so composed, and you were taking it like a champ.
Yeah, no, then it was fine because I was just breathing properly. Because the one thing that I learned was I need to learn how to breathe. I need to breathe. When the contraction comes, I need to breathe. I need to breathe and be in a position where I'm going to be comfortable to just bear the pain for that moment. So I already had that thingy that I had written down that I'm going to do this when this, So at that moment, I was fine. But after 8, I was in another world.
So does that breathing actually help? I know we tell you guys to breathe, but how does it make you feel, the breathing exercises? What difference does it make to the
I think it's a distraction. I think it's a distraction because instead of focusing on the contraction,
you focus on the breathing.
Because what they say is breathe loud. Don't inside let it be loud. So I think it's you now focusing on getting that right instead of what you're feeling. In as much as you are feeling the pain, but I think it's just a distraction. I don't think it's anything else, just a distraction. But it really, for me, it helped me. I don't know. I don't want to say it doesn't, but for me, it helps. It helped me. But at the last hour, I wasn't breathing.
It wasn't. Yeah, definitely, because it becomes more intense. So this breathing thing, I also think it might help because I have irritable bowel syndrome, so I get like stomach cramps quite a lot. So my stomach is so sensitive with a lot of things that I eat, and I'm lactose intolerant, so I can get stomach cramps like anytime. So what I've noticed that when I breathe, so I will be having the cramps all over my abdomen.
Yeah.
And when I breathe, like, I don't know, it just has a different effect.
Yes,
because now when I'm not breathing, I can feel each and every pain. I can feel the cramps. It's like I can feel the peristalsis and my intestines just forming a knot.
Now the medical talk. Yeah, you need peristalsis.
The movement.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just basically the movement of the matter in your intestines.
True.
It's like I can feel it if I'm not. But when I'm breathing and I'm like, it lessens the pressure here.
That's true. That's what I felt as well.
Yeah, it lessens the pressure here. So even the cramps become less painful. Yeah, I can't feel them. So that's how I always think about it. I mean, I've never been pregnant, guys. I've never been in labor. But I do have an experience of breathing exercises and how they can help with pain that you have, especially at the core of your body. So, yeah, I always imagine how it probably must feel. Yeah, so I'm happy to hear your experience that it actually,
it did help me. It did help me a lot. It did distract the intense pain that I was feeling. It was working for me. It was really working because I would look at the other mummies that were not doing breathing exercises, and when the pain would come, then they would be hysterical, they'd be going crazy because they're not focusing on this one thing. And then when I would get I don't remember screaming at one point. With the pains until maybe at the last hour, maybe that's when I was screaming, I don't know, but I don't remember screaming.
But even then, I think you were very calm. You were very calm throughout the whole process. Even when you had to push, you were still very calm.
Wow, I don't remember much.
You
But
don't? Yeah, no, I still remember. You were very calm. Like, you were one of the mummies that gave us such a great experience, that make us feel like, what? We love doing this thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's preparing, having preparing your mindset, because pregnancy is a whole journey, and delivery on its own is it's something else. You need to channel your mind properly,
Yeah.
and get your mindset ready. You need to tell yourself that it's going to be painful, it's going to be bad.
Yep.
But you can do this. You're not the first mom to do this, and you're not the last. So you can do this, and yeah, I think you just need to have the right mindset.
Yeah, I think that's also very important, because also that anxiety, when you're anxious, your body is so
Yes,
tensed up, so you're literally gonna feel each and every pain and contraction. But when you are more relaxed, your body, all those feel good hormones in your body, the endorphins, they also help your body to deal with this pain.
Yeah.
But now if you are anxious, you don't have those hormones
That's
that are going to help you deal with each and every contraction. So yeah, I think a lot of moms who are calm throughout the process have a better experience. Yeah.
I agree.
All right, so okay, we've already answered this one. How did you find the experience of labor?
To answer everything in one.
Yeah, I think these next few questions. Okay, so now you were what? You were 8 centimeters while you were still at the institution or the
I
facility.
gave birth at the institution.
No, didn't we have to transfer you?
Yes, because I had a complication. So I gave birth in a squatting position. So then after that, I think I was internally bleeding, which created a hole. I don't know, but I was swelling inside.
Your cervix.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the part when I can't remember things properly. One thing I do remember is you being on the birthing room. Yes, I do remember you being in the birthing room. And you were pushing for some time, but I think your baby was just not coming out. I think so.
So I was in the line position when you guys said I must be in the line position.
Yeah.
That wasn't working for me. I was like, no. And then there was that other nurse. I don't forget her name. Yeah, but she was like, what do you feel comfortable giving birth in? I'm like, let's try the squatting position. She's like, okay, cool, let's do that. Then I'll just stand next to you and just see how it's going.
Yeah.
We did that for like 10 minutes or so, I think. And the baby's head then was
started
about
to come.
bed. And then she's like, okay, I think you should come to the bed. And then I'm like, okay, because she's scared of any mistakes, or if the baby falls, doesn't feel safe with, because I was literally squatting. I don't want to be on the bed. I don't want nothing. I just wanted to be
you
on
felt
the floor.
comfortable squatting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then that helped a lot. It really pushed the time. Then we went back on the bed, and after a few minutes, the baby was here.
Mishell, why am I getting this story wrong?
You even went out. I think you were going for your lunch or something, but I don't know. But then when you came back, you're like, hey, well, now the baby's here, so the baby wanted me to go out.
Wait, so you actually gave birth there?
Yes.
We didn't transfer you?
I was transferred. I had to go because of the whole bleeding.
Oh, it was after you gave birth. Yo, my memory is so bad, guys.
And I'm sure you dealt with so many people. You can't remember all
Yeah.
those stories.
Oh no, but now that you mention it, I actually do remember. You did give birth because I did see your baby before you left. Oh, okay. So you did actually end up giving birth. All right.
You even carried my baby to the ambulance with me.
Oh yes, my goodness, wow.
Getting VIP treatment there.
How did I forget all of that?
I think in your mind you had that whole she was gone. She was gone. So most of the people going, it's
Oh my god. Oh yeah, okay, wow. So you actually did give birth. Okay, wow. I don't know how I missed that, but
yeah.
okay, so you got transferred after giving birth. Okay, I won't even remember what happened, really. Okay, so all right. So how did you find the whole experience of labor and birth?
Your labor isn't easy. That whole moment where you have to push is not easy. But one thing that's so weird is that the pain of the pushing the baby out is so different from the contractions. I feel like the pushing is better than the
contractions.
When you're at the last hour of that 8 to 10 centimeter,
oh wow,
the contractions are hectic. They are bad. So I think when you now get to the point of pushing, for me, it was better because I'm like, okay, now we're at the end goal. Now it's just about the baby coming out.
Any minute now, the baby is going to be here.
Yeah, it's about the baby coming out, and it wasn't bad. Let me not lie. It was bad, but it was better.
Not as bad as the contraction.
And it was bearable. It was bearable because I think I delivered. It was 30 minutes the whole period
of you pushing and delivering.
Yeah, it was a 30-minute period, but it honestly wasn't horrible like I imagined. Or maybe because in my mind I imagined the worst.
Yeah.
I imagined the worst. But after the baby came out, pain
gone.
Zero. I'm like, okay, what just happened? I don't know if it's because my son is now here, I'm happy. Or what, but the pain was literally gone.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's amazing, hey? That is amazing. You had a really nice experience.
Yeah, I think God was just with me because he was just I prayed a lot for my child and myself in this whole journey because I think I was so afraid of giving birth at a public hospital. I didn't know how that was going to be, and from having VIP treatment before when I was pregnant to now going to a place I don't know, it's the unknown.
Yes.
So I think I was just so nervous and anxious about it, but it was something that actually was positive and it went way better than I expected.
Than you anticipated. Sure, that's amazing. So do you think you had enough support? Do you think you had enough support from your family? Well, obviously now when you're in the public sector, it's not really easy to have a lot of support, especially if you're in a place like a clinic.
Yeah.
At least if you're at a hospital, I know certain hospitals, you are at least allowed one person that you can go with inside. Yes. So, but I know that a lot from the hospitals. So with the clinics, you'll find that they're just small. They cannot accommodate a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you would have seen that there's a lot of moms all laboring and birthing in this same place.
Yeah.
So you can't really have this one's mom there, this one's partner, this one's sister.
Exactly.
Yeah, because there are no separate individual rooms for everyone to have that kind of privacy.
Yeah.
So since now you are there alone, no one that you love and trust close to you was with you, do you feel like you had enough support from the people who were taking care of you?
Funny enough, I did. Because the first person that attended to me when I got there, it's some lady, because I used to go to a church, Cathedral of Christ the King, it's in Hillbrow. So the nurse that went to the church was actually the person that I didn't know her. I didn't know her, right? But we were
talking, and then you found that out.
Yes, she was like, do you go to church? Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
And we spoke about those things. And I was like, yes, blah, blah, blah. Which church she asked me, which church do you go to? I'm like, I go to Christ the King, just a few streets from me. She's like, no, you lie. How? She's like, I also go to
You did some dodgy things before you got into labor. How was everything miraculously just coming together like that?
For me, I believe in God. I pray a lot.
Yeah.
So I think for me, that was it. It was, I think God saw how stressed my whole pregnancy was in terms of not knowing what's going to happen. And just the whole finances issues not working out in what I wanted, because with the way that I like things happening, it's in a certain way. But now I have no right, no option. I can't pick and choose. It's given to me and I need to take what is given to me. So I think God was just like, I've got you. Yeah. I've got you. Because the lady that I met there, she was in the choir. I'm like, wait now. And then it worked out well. She did give me support. And the day that I was at the clinic, for some reason, there were nurses that came and they were telling us, no, you need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make it quick. People came, you need to walk around, don't just sit and be lazy, walk. Others came, just do something, move, don't just, So I
keep
like,
mobile.
I think there was enough support for where we were at.
Yes.
obviously it wouldn't be that one-on-one session because you can't have it. There's just a lot of people and there's not enough time.
Yeah.
But the support was okay. I wish obviously I would have had my mom, my partner, or someone with me. I wish I would have had that, but it's not possible. But it was fine. Yeah. It was fine.
Yeah, wow. And because already mentally you were at such a great place, everything that was being given to you, you took it so well. So all the advice that you were being given, you actually put it into practice, and it actually helped.
Yeah, it does.
Actually helped.
It really did.
So yeah, I mean, it would really be nice, even in the public sector, because in the private sector, you have your midwife.
Yeah.
She's with you throughout the time. Your midwife is with you throughout the time, and you can even have a doula, and that doula is literally with you. Maybe your midwife will go in and out, maybe go in and record and document the things that are happening, and maybe call the doctor or whatever, but your doula will just be there with you. That's her job. So there's a lot of support, and then whoever you want to be with you when you're in labor, whether it's your partner or your mom or your sister or whoever you feel comfortable with, so you get a lot of support, which is something that sadly in the public sector it's not possible. It's not possible. However, as I said, it has different levels. If you're in a public hospital, and also depending on the hospital and the kind of protocols and like how they practice at that place, then you will be able to have at least one person with you. Yeah, but I think at those places where you cannot, because it's some other places like where I used to work, it's really physically impossible to have a support partner there because there's no privacy. There's just a lot of moms laboring in one place. So it helps when you've prepared yourself mentally, and it's even better now when you have great midwives who are taking care of you. They explain the whole thing to you, and you also very much prepared, and you know what to expect, and you just cooperating with everything. Then it just goes so smoothly.
Yeah, that's true. I agree 100%. And I feel like maybe I don't know about how the prenatal thing is in the public hospital, but in a private institution, they prepare you for a lot of things, even with birth and how everything is going to be. Like I remember with my midwife, she would tell me literally everything, and she would help me practice, because before she also went private, she was in a public institution. So she would tell me, do this, you must do that. She prepared me, because she did ask me, have you made up your mind? How are you giving birth? Where are you going? And I did inform her what I'm going to do. And she literally prepared me, and she told me that you need to be ready. So I think it also helped to have a person that supports you before, even if you're not there with them physically. Definitely. But before, it helps a lot.
They help you to know what to expect when you do go there to the public hospital. Yeah, and I mean, because this whole finances thing, it's a huge thing. It's a huge thing. There's a lot of cost involved in the private sector, and that's actually something that I want to do a video on. Compare all of the different institutions, the hospital with the gynae, whether you're with the midwife, and the birthing centers, and how much they cost. I want to do a video on that. But finances are a huge thing. A huge thing. But you can still have care in the private sector throughout your antenatal to prepare you very well for your labor, so that whether you end up going to the public sector and you're all alone there, but you are well prepared. So that's very, very nice. At least moms can have that, even if you can't birth in private and you have to go to the public sector. But having been through the private sector, it really gives you that one-on-one attention that you're gonna get from your midwife. Yeah, because the reality of the matter, sometimes public hospitals and clinics, they are overcrowded, like overcrowded. So you barely can even spend 15 minutes with one mom. There's a long queue of people waiting outside.
So you don't have the time to be giving that one-on-one special attention.
But you know what? When you go to the private sector, you're gonna have an hour with your midwife,
of course,
or 45 minutes with your midwife, and it's not a rush thing. Oh, how are you doing? Is the baby fine? Tick. Let's check this, and then you're out.
No, it's not.
take your time and you ask all the questions that you have, and you are fully prepared for everything that's about to happen. So that's the nice thing about private. And I'm really happy that you actually were able to, at least your antenatals, do them in private, even though you had to birth at public, but it really prepared you a lot.
It did.
Yeah.
It did, and it helped a lot. It helped, and it made me comfortable. It wasn't bad or whatever. It was nice. It was proper from the get-go.
Yeah.
So I think even at the end, I'm like, I'm at the final race.
It's over now.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, as long as my baby's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing that people ignore. The baby being fine is you having luxurious things or whatever. It's not important, but the baby, because that 1 minute or that one whatever that can harm the baby is just having your baby healthy. I think is the best thing that you can just wish for. Whether you're in private, whether you're in public, whatever, but just your child being okay, breathing fine.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the best.
Yeah, definitely. Ultimately, we want the baby to be fine. We want baby to be healthy, no problems with baby. But you know, it also matters how the whole process pans out for mom. Because now, if mom has like a bad experience, that might affect her throughout her whole life, even with the next pregnancies.
Yeah.
So we really want moms to have like positive experiences. And a lot of moms having that good experience of their labor and their birth, it has to do with the education that they get.
Yes, I agree.
The education that they get, it really goes a long way. If you're well educated, you're well informed, and you are prepared mentally for everything, whether you go to private or you go to public, you make the experience better, even for yourself.
That's very true.
Yeah, because sometimes we can't control, guys. I mean, there are people who are not really happy with their jobs. Yeah, and there's just a lot happening. But at least when you're mentally in a good place, then you're in control of how you respond to everything.
That's true.
Yeah. So, and you know how baby's supposed to be doing, how everything is happening. You know the questions that you need to ask to know that, okay, things are still going fine. Yeah. So I think education is very important for pregnancy, very important for labor. It really goes a long way. Okay, so I always like to ask this question. How would you rate the pain of labor out of 10? Surely you've had other pains in your life. I don't know.
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
It's an 8, it's a 9. It's painful. It's painful, but I think that it's an 8. For me, I'll rate it as an 8. Because the A part is based on the last few hours before I gave birth.
You gave birth, yeah.
During labor.
Because that's when it became really bad.
Yeah, but it's an 8.
So period pains, how would you rate them according to your experience?
It's nothing compared to it. Whoever that said labor or contractions are like period pain. No,
not even.
They played us. It is far from it. It's far, but the pain is similar to what you would get when you have your period pains, but it's more.
Because it's
intense.
a very period pains are very weird. It's like a dull pain. It's not like a sharp stabbing pain. It's like something very dull. It's very weird. So maybe would you say period pains are like a 1 out of 10?
Yeah,
And then,
one,
like,
a 1 or
labor.
2. Yeah, 1 or 2 labor is weighted. It's like times 3 or 4
Yeah.
of the pain that you would get the normal period pains, but it's really intense. The contractions are like, it's like they're pulling something in your uterus. It's like it's being squeezed.
Yeah.
Then they let it go. And you're like squeeze. It's really intense. It's not as, for me it was intense.
Yeah.
It's not compared
Sure.
to pains.
And then the early stages though, where you can bear the pain, how does that
That's
feel?
period pains.
Oh, that's period
Yeah,
pains.
because
Okay.
even the amount of time, it's like the sharpness of how you would get the period pains, and then it goes away. You feel it on your back. That's what you would feel. Feel it on your back. It's sharp. It's like stings.
Yeah.
It's like something is pulling, then it lets go.
But it's still very mild, and you can manage it.
Yeah.
So, what made your contractions better? So in that moment where you're having the contraction, maybe what position would you assume that made it feel like, okay, it's a bit bearable if I kneel like this. It's a bit bearable if I lean over a desk, or, or if I massage at the
For
back.
every contraction's name is different. So there would be a contraction that I would need to lean on the desk.
Okay.
There would be a contraction I would need to kneel on the floor and just shake a little bit. For every pain, there was a different. But I was walking throughout. Then when the contraction would hit, most of the time I would hold the wall and I would just wait for it to go. Or I'll just kneel down and I'll just let it go. Yeah, but for there is no.
You had to do something different.
Yes, you just have to find something to make it fine.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. So what did you learn from your birthing experience, like throughout the whole thing? What did you learn? Let me see if I'm gonna ask you. Yeah, what did you learn?
So the number one thing that I learned is be positive. Watch positive videos. I did that. I watched a lot of positive videos, and I didn't watch any like negative or videos that would just make me anxious and scared. I watched a lot of positive videos, what to eat, what exercise I need to do in order to help me and help my baby. I spoke to people and I listened to their advice and their stories and their experiences, how it was for them. So just having a positive mindset is, for me, it's the best, the only thing that you need. Whether you're gonna go to a public or a private hospital or whatever, but having a positive mindset will help you, because you can go to a private hospital, but if you're not positive and you're not going to have a good experience. But if you're positive about everything, it's going to go smooth. Even stress.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but for some reason during my pregnancy, I took my stress, I put it in a box, I locked it. I'm like, I'll see you when I'm done. I'll see you when I'm done, because I was told that don't stress, don't think a lot. So stress is also one thing that you must just try and just put it away. You'll get it later. You'll go and
we'll deal with
unlock it and deal with it later. But during the period, just try and be stress free. Do the things that you love. I love shopping, so I was always out shopping and trying to, just keep busy. For me, I had to keep busy because I wasn't working. But just do the things that you love. Be positive, eat well, and just be as healthy as you can. That's all.
Oh, guys, we're learning a lot. Hey, Mishell, ooh, you're spitting the wisdom.
I hope so. I hope it's
Moms, I hope you're taking notes. You're taking notes because she had such a positive birthing experience. So if you take some of the things that she's talking about, you're definitely going to have a positive experience. And I totally agree with you. Mindset, positivity. I don't even know how to emphasize this, but if you're positive,
everything in life, if you're positive, it just works out. Even if you're in the most terrible situation, but if you look at things in a positive manner, even that positive energy follows you, just comes to you. I think maybe that's why Lena also had like good experiences and meeting all the good people that helped me to deliver, It's because I was just so positive and I was like, I'll get something good out of it. So being positive, you also attract the good energy.
Positive people.
So being positive is something that people need to choose every single day, every single time in their lives. Not in pregnancy only, but everywhere in life, every situation.
So be positive, educate yourself, empower yourself, learn as much as you can from other people's experiences, good experiences though. Don't feed your mind with negativity, and also inform yourself about the whole process so you know what to expect. And sure guys, even I'm learning a lot here.
So for your pregnancy, if you do choose to do that, please.
I know I'm gonna be positive. Okay, so I don't even think you'll be able to answer this one, because the next question was going to be, what would you do differently in the next pregnancy? Is there anything? You seem like you did everything perfectly, but anyways, let's hear.
I don't know. I don't know, because every pregnancy is different,
It's different,
remember?
yeah.
So maybe this one could have been simple and an easy road, but maybe my next one could come with challenges that I would need to try and see how I'm going to work around it. But even in my next pregnancy, it's still going to be the same thing. I'm going to be positive. By all means, I'm going to try, even my mindset, I'm going to try and channel it to the right mindset that I want to have. I think that's the only way.
Okay, you know what? Let's just finish off with the lights on.
Oh, will it change the?
It will change things, but hi guys, that's just how things are. Like, this life is unpredictable. Next thing now, it's raining. I mean, it was sunny.
You
Yeah.
know, when I left, it was raining. That's how I was like, is it raining that side or what?
It wasn't, not even a drop. It's actually when I went outside, when you got here, and I was like, wow, the weather is changing. But yeah, anyways, guys, sorry the lighting has changed. It's getting dark outside because it's like starting to rain, so please don't mind. Okay, but anyways, we almost done. So I think these questions are quite repetitive because you've given us all the wisdom before we even asked for it. Because now the last question that I was going to ask is, what advice would you give to other mummies who are pregnant and about to go through the same journey as you?
Yeah, it's the same. I'm still gonna keep
Positivity.
Yeah.
Educate yourself. Empower yourself.
Yes, 100.
Yeah. Wow, Mishell, thank you so much for...
Thank you for having me. Oh my word, I'm a whole guest.
Yep, you are. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed this interview. I think I'm also learning a lot. It's really nice to hear the experience from the other side, you know? Because yes, we learn these things, we learn the theory, and we make sense of them in our mind, right? But now, you know, it makes sense that we do this because of this and that, and you know, and we learn from seeing other people, right? That okay, this person, we tried this thing on this mom, and it actually worked out well. Oh, we tried the squatting position with this mom, and it helped her, but it doesn't always help with another contraction, like you said. They want to kneel down, or you want to bend over, or you know, yeah. So as we are going through the whole process, we're also learning from your experiences just by observing you. But it's really nice to hear now you talk about that personal experience. So that's one thing that I that made me so excited to do this segment. And I feel like I'm learning a lot because from the previous mom that I did an interview with as well, I just felt like, wow. Yeah, so it's just amazing what women can do, guys. Like, a woman is powerful. And when you look at your baby now and you're just like, wow, I carried you, I birthed you.
You're the most beautiful thing ever. The most beautiful thing ever. You know, sometimes I look at him being curious and breaking all my things, and I'm just like, it's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, sure. Wow. And your baby is so grown now. Hey, and you went through all of that. But I think it's so amazing when you have like a positive experience. And that's why Lynn and I wanted to do this kind of thing and be on YouTube and like do educational content, because I really feel like the kind of experience you have, it matters, guys. And I mean, like, you're only gonna be, let's say you only have one child in your life. You only have one child. So you only have one birthing experience that you've ever had. And that experience was a terrible one. And that's like the only memory that you're going to carry with you for something that's so special in your life. So, yeah, I really think it's important for moms to be educated. And I really wanted to do this segment because I want to give a personal touch. I know someone's going to learn more from what you say than from what I say.
And obviously how I went through my whole pregnancy and delivery could be totally different from the first mommy that you interviewed or the third mommy that you interviewed or whatever. It will be different for every person, and the people that could be watching could relate more to me or could relate to someone else. You don't know, you might have an experience like I did, or you might have an experience that is opposite from what I had, but it's important to listen to all the different people. That's what I also did. I went and I listened and I watched all the different people, and I chose what I'm going to take and what I'm not going to take.
Yeah. And I think maybe just to close off, so what happened, you gave birth to your baby and then everything was fine, and then you had to be transferred to the hospital. I can't remember why, yeah, but it happened. So you had such a nice, smooth progress or process throughout. Then you had to go to the hospital afterwards. So that's also something that moms, need to put in their mind that things can happen. You might end up having to do things differently from what you expected, and it's totally okay. It's totally okay as long as you are fine, as long as your baby is fine. That's what matters.
Yeah, that was the complication that I had. From nice, smooth journey, bang.
Yeah.
Something so deep. Now I have to go to hospital. I have to go to surgery. They have to take my child. Like,
Did you go into theater?
yes, I went into theater.
Maybe your placenta wasn't coming out.
No, my placenta came out, but so I started bleeding, and then I was getting this bubble that was just, it's like a swelling. Yeah, I was getting a swelling inside that was not going away even after it's popped. It's not. And everyone came check. Now I'm starting to get worried. Okay, what's so I shouldn't know where to start, but basically after a smooth journey, after everything going well, then boom, now I have to go to
the hospital.
Like, and now it's serious. Everyone is worried. And the thing that got me
I think I remember what happened now. I think I remember what happened, yes.
So now everyone is coming. Everyone is called. They're calling superior people. I go, what the heck is going on? So when I got to the hospital, same thing happened. They're calling this doctor. And then they're calling that doctor. And then they call. So I was now worried. I'm like, okay, my father like, no, you're fine. We're just trying to see what's going on. And we're just trying to monitor and see how it's going to end up. But then I had to go to theater for them to actually check and see if everything
what's
is fine.
going on.
But it was so scary. I was so sad because I had to leave my baby. I was like, can I just go? They're like, no, you can't go with your baby. I'm like, please. Like, no. But there was a journey and a half. That part was the one that was super scary. But I still just thought about the good thing, and I'm like, no, it's just for a few hours, and then I'm gonna come back and be with my child.
And be with your baby.
And it's done, and look at us now. Now it's like I'm like, come take him again. Go keep him for a minute.
Yeah. So even with that, you had to be positive once again. Keep a positive mindset, and before you knew it, it was over, and you were with your baby.
Now with my baby again.
Yeah, so sure. Wow, this has been a great interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I know that it's not easy because now you have to be, putting all your affairs out there.
For a private person.
Guys, I'm sorry that I have to put you guys through such, but it has to be done. Shame for our
moms. Wish when I was pregnant, there was such a platform, or there were such videos where I could watch, and I wish I could, because the videos that I would watch would just be short videos or simple stories, but I wish I could have had like an intense one-on-one, people talking about their experience. I wish I could have had that or watched that. So I was happy when you asked for this. I was like, yeah.
Well, you have it for the next baby.
You see,
for your next pregnancy, you have it.
Myself.
And I think another thing that's very important is that overseas, they have an abundance of these kind of things.
Yes.
Though it's not like a lot, but I think there's more information from overseas about these kind of things. So we need more experiences that we can relate to, like from our African people that we can relate to. So yeah, super amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, wow, this is great, guys. I've learned so much as well, and I really hope that you learned something, but definitely you have. I know you have learned something from Michelle's experience. So yeah, thank you so much, Mishell.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, so guys, please, if you enjoyed this video and you learned something from this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and share this to someone else that you know would benefit from this information. So yeah, that's the end of our video.
Like, comment, and
subscribe. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. We'll see you on another video. Bye.